Alright, Bum here. So now I'm gonna watch a video called Black Folks Have Been Warning Us. It's by Elliot Sang again. Alright. I don't know if his last name is Sang or whatever, but that's the name of the video. Elliot Sang. That's the name of his channel. Elliot Sang again. Black people warned us. Black folks warned us. What did they warn us of? Let's see. That's my coming back from the pause. Um. So, anyways, I just want to hit this note again because I now and then I got to keep coming back to this. As we pull ourselves, us Americans, out of this fascistic authoritarian bullshit nightmare that we're currently in, maybe once we do it, I'm pretty hopeful that we shall overcome. If we don't, we'll probably nuke the entire world into oblivion, and then, you know, when you're dead, you're just dead. So, adios. But once we will pull ourselves out of this, my suggestion is that we once and for all unify the entire world under one single banner of fuck rich people once and for all. And I think that needs to be done. And I think it should be done. I think it's about time for it to be done. I think uh, round about 6,000 years is long enough for rich people to be riching it up, sucking money up like a vacuum all across the world. I think that collectively the rich ruling class have had their chance to, you know, do good things and arguably they've gotten us this far. But over the course of this many thousand years, I mean, they didn't really do that good of a job. So it's time to, you know, it's time, it's time to give up. I think we can do a better job by ourselves. So, uh, I think I'm getting gassy, and I gotta pee. Hold on. So I'm still watching the video, but he just showed a picture of something that I just always love to point out. The picture said colored waiting room. And I always am really fascinated because I'm kind of like, I love, I guess, anthropology and history and all that stuff. And I just always, whenever I think about it, I can't help but laugh and stuff. Colored fountains, colored drinking fountains. Someone had to come up with that and be like, I got to drink from a different fountain because I'm putting my good white lips on some of the black lips. It's just like, it's a stream of water. Are you Frenching that water fountain? Are you going, is that what you're doing? Because you're drinking water, you're drinking out of that water fountain different than I ever drank out of that water fountain. And I've never seen basically anyone ever drink out of a water fountain. And on top of that, are there like two entirely different set of pipes going to those two water fountains? Like underneath the ground, right next to each other? They have two different water purification facilities, like colored water purification center and white water purification center. Like that one's for the that one's for the coloreds. This one's for the good white people. Like, are you telling me they did some shit like that? And be like, yeah, we can't fund like school lunch programs, but we need two different water purification centers, and we will pay for that. That is a good use of government funds. That is the kind of fucked up expenditures that ignorance brings. All right, see, that's what I'm talking about. Ignorance and stupidity waste money. All right, that's waste, fraud, and abuse. Right. And it's also hilarious. I mean, yeah, I know. Having to live through it, it's pain. It's detrimental and degradational to your soul. But if you're smart and stuff, you can just look at it, and you're white. You look at it and just be like, that's some next level stupid ass shit. I mean, that's some fucked up stupid ass shit. And every time I think about colored water fountains, I'm just like, man, those people in the South just. I would rather not have kids than have kids with someone that grew up down there, because damn. That makes me believe in eugenics, basically. It's like, yeah, that's going backwards on the evolutionary chart. Right there. To be continued. Alright, he seems to be making some decent points now in the middle of the video. Not that he wasn't making good points all along, but he's making some better points in the middle of the video. Still say tax the rich. Alright? I've been saying this for I don't even know how long. Way before I was making YouTube videos. But I was, again, I've said this before. Again, I was yelling at a cloud because, you know, I didn't I didn't think I didn't think to make a video because I'm also kind of just lazy and stuff. But whatever. What was he talking about? He's talking about, I don't know, just the things that he's, whatever. I don't know. I'm losing my brain of thought because train. So yeah, he was just talking about something of what was he just talking about? Hold on. About he was talking about how other countries, like the European countries, uh, are resource extractors. They base their economies on extracting resources from third world countries, and you know, Americans are imperialists, sort of, and we sort of do that stuff and everything. And that got me thinking to do a little quick research. Sometimes I do a little quick research. It's always surface research, so I don't do deep dives. But it just got me thinking, okay, that's a little interesting. So I just wanted to quick do a little research. All right? All right. And I looked up the square mileage of Germany, and it was like 300,000 miles or 500,000 square miles or something. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck it was. But the thing was like, it's basically equivalent to the size of Montana, the state of Montana, something like that. That's what the AI said. And I'm like, really? That's it? So then I searched up the square mileage of EU, and it said 1.6 million square miles. I'm like, okay, that sounds pretty big, I guess. And I said, okay, square mileage of the United States. I typed in continental United States, but it just gave me the figure for the US, and it was like I think it said 3.7, and then it said continental United States. There it was like 3.19. I'm like, holy shit, that's like twice for the EU. That's a lot. I looked up China, and China was, I think China was 3.7 or something like that. So China is basically bigger, depending how you want to look at it. But yeah, it's basically bigger. But China has two big ass deserts in it. One more than 500,000 square miles, and another one that's, I think it's at 180,000 square miles. So take that into account. Now, people say deserts are deserts and they're lifeless, and people tend to think of deserts as deserts, lifeless, whatever. But deserts aren't lifeless for the most part. You know, deserts, north deserts, like cold deserts, are probably more lifeless than warm deserts. Whatever. And so that just got me thinking, damn, the US is probably the single most resource rich country in the world, even over, like, you know, China and India, and definitely over African countries, because it, unless Africa ever does something like form an AU, African Union, which I haven't really heard of anything. I mean, they might have the beginnings of an African Union, but nothing big, groundbreaking, earth shattering or anything like that. I think they do. I don't know. I'm not too up to date on everything going on, all the goings on Africa, not even everything going on in China and stuff. Let's face it, with Trump 2.0 going on, I can't even keep up with Trump, and I'm trying, but it's a losing battle there. So I mean, ever since Trump, you know, I mean, sorry the rest of the world, but we got enough going on here. We can't even. I mean, India could nuke Pakistan, and it might make the news. It depends what Trump does the day before, the day of, and the day after. It really does. Seriously. China, it would be a good time for you to invade Taiwan because, like, in the United States, we might not know about it because, Trump. You would just have to contend with the rest of the world, I think. I'm fucking serious. Like, this dude has got this dude has got us fucking like busy. He's a crazy girlfriend. All right, crazy. All right, I'll be back. Okay, so he's making the comparison of how the World War II is like, how to put it. Everybody was, oh no, Nazis. Everybody's so shocked about what the Nazis did and blah blah blah. And then he's like, well, you weren't shocked when all the Europeans were doing that in like the Congo and in Africa, and it was all fine when you were doing it in the Congo and stuff. But when they did it in Europe to, well, everybody knows, then it's a problem. Yeah, that's that's psychologically understandable. Let me put it in a blunt and very dehumanizing way. If you're going out and slaughtering cows, that's tolerable. But if you're going out and slaughtering your aunts and uncles and then eating them, like those people that were trying to cross the mountains, yeah, it's a little disturbing. World War II was in-house shit. The Congo is out-of-house shit. You see? That's a little fucking freaky. He said that shit. Like, yeah, that's because that's basically how they felt. It's not my problem. It's kind of how a lot of people felt about slavery for a lot of time. Slavery in the U.S. It's like, well, it's just I'm not allowed to say that word. Which I'd really like someone to come up with some kind of good ethnic slur for white people. I there I try. I really do try to come up with some kind of universal ethnic slur for white people. Because, there's kike, there's wop, but, you know, those are specific ones. And like cracker. Ooh. No, now you really hurt me. You just don't have one. And what's that one for German? Kraut. Oh no, I'm German. Like, ooh, kraut. Oh no, now you dug deep. The knife is in the heart. Like, and whitey. No, jeez, that hurts. It stings. Like there just isn't a good white ethnic slur. No one's managed to come up with a good one that I know of. I mean, and the best ethnic slurs, by the way, one syllable. So it's got to be one syllable. I mean, if it's really good and it's two syllables, then we I can live with that if it's two, because the N word's two. Mm-mm. So I mean, but the best ones are one syllable. So I'll put it out there. If you can think of a good one, let me know in the comments. Hopefully YouTube won't freak out about it. Because we'll bring that one into popularity. It's got to be universal. It can't be specific to one group of white people. It's got to be universal. It's for the sake of equality. Um, I thought I wanted to have something else to say, but I forgot it, as I tend to. Hold on, I'll be right back. I wanted to say one other thing in addition to that other part about the whole World War II Nazi Germany thing versus Congo. Um, that goes back to today. Oh, how people in America are reacting to um, Renee Good and Alex Preddy. Some people are how different groups of people, different segments of people are able to see it, let's just say it, as it is in reality and as it is in their fictional universe of wherever they are as like a justified, I don't know, self-defense killing or something. I don't know. And it's basically because one group says, well, you're a liberal Democrat demon, non-person entity, so I don't care, fuck you. And one group lives on Earth. And yeah, whatever. I want to quickly comment about something. He's talking about all of these authors and whatnots that he's going through that are available um, to um, read read from and learn from and everything. And yes, there's a lot out there. There's a lot of individuals out there that have published works that can be ghost mentors, if you will, that could give many people a jumping off point, and actually do, especially people in the past would study their work and at universities and such. Um, I, however, won't be doing that because I hate reading. I hate it mainly because my brain just rebels against reading uh, books, anything long form, for whatever reason. My brain has always rebelled against it. I try doing it. I have tried doing it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, and it doesn't work. It can't work. at so at this point, just I have accepted the futility of it for myself personally. That I can do it. I can read. I have excellent reading comprehension ability. I just more than a few pages at a time. I can't actually take in a novel, a, anything more than you know, 10-page thesis or something like that. That's about the size of it that I can handle and get a grip on. And even reading that is difficult unless it really starts to tickle my fancy pretty early on. That's just me though. Some people reading draws them in. That's really nice if it works for you. Kind of I, I kind of envy you if you can read and um, it, not just stand reading, but if you can do it and stick with it, and in the same way where I can watch documentaries all day long and absorb them. That's that's the way that I absorb information much better. by endlessly watching documentaries and stuff like that. It's the way I like to learn. So, anyways, and it doesn't really hold through very much, but whatever. Anyways, continue. It's an interesting video. Um, I don't know. I don't know what else to say other than I don't know why anyone might watch this video on, well, I mean, this video isn't really about that video. It's kind of just a video in which I in part talk about that video. It's more about stuff in general. Oh man, in which I partially referenced that video. But if you look up the video that I'm talking about, you will notice that this one somehow managed to be longer than the one that I'm referencing multiple times. So, yeah. And he said something about blah, blah, blah. We'll just tax people more or this people more. And give white people guns. Everything will be better. I think all of that was a joke. But I do believe in taxing people. I think that taxing people more apart is a definite thing that needs to happen. Because, I also recently saw another video of Jesse Ventura. Well, I think it was two videos, but in both of them, he himself was saying there should not be a billionaire in America. And I'm like, yeah, I totally agree with you. There is no reason for a billionaire to exist. And Jesse also said there's no reason for a billionaire to exist because there's no way anyone can work hard enough to deserve $1 billion. Yeah, I would argue $100 million. How is that to have a net worth of $100 million? How can you justify that? How can you justify working hard enough to be like, yeah, my net worth is $100 million. It seems fair. That's fair. Like, it's fair. It's fair. How is it fair under, anything other than like casino rules? You know what I mean by casino rules. Casino rules like I got lucky, bitch rules. The rules of the game that we were all told. Work hard and your work pays off. Not some kind of fucked up shit of work hard, pull this lever here, set this thing here, make a string here, hold it, pull it back, make it hit that thing. You know, all of these weird, all of these weird little, no, 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 no. Income and accrued wealth. Every now and again, everybody's shit should just be like, there should just be a social contract that says, yeah, dude, you got so much shit. We're just taking some away. Like, it's just like, you won. You won so much that now you get to just give it away. And as part of that social contract, you get to be happy about it. You get to be happy about giving 90% of the shit that you have away to the rest of the country or the entire world. And be like, look how much I had to give to everybody. Not, oh man, fuck you. It's all mine. No, that's called being a greedy asshole. Why can't you just realize that you don't need fucking all that shit? Like, imagine if this was my apartment and I'm like, yeah, I don't really need all this. But guess what? I have 20 more rooms like this, and all of them are filled to the ceiling with $100 bills that I'm just not using. And I'm not going to give them away to anyone. Fuck you. Why? Because I don't want to. They're mine. And no one's going to get them. They're mine. Fuck you. I could give them away. But I'm not going to. I'm going to live like this because it's my choice. I don't want anything. I don't need anything. I just want all those $100 bills because I don't even want to spend some of those to get a mansion. I just want them to be there because. Wouldn't you be like, that's fucked up? Wouldn't you just be like, that is fucked up? Major fucked up. That's billionaires that have 2, 3, 4 extra houses that are big mansions. They just got extra rooms filled with cash that they could just give away to people. And you know why they're not giving away? Because. Just cause. Yeah, that's it. Just cause. That's the reason. Just cause. Now, isn't that just the best reason ever? I don't know about you, but I'm convinced. Debate over and won. Wow. I'm so glad we have these people in the world. Aren't they smart and worthy? And man, their dick must be, I don't know, 10 feet long. I'm glad they also have like 15 cars at each house. Most of them are men too. There probably are some women there. I think one of them's Oprah, but she's probably one of the poorest one out of them. One of the poorest one out of them. I think she has more than $1 billion, and she's one of the poorest one of them. She's one of the poorest one of them. The poorest. The other ones look at her and it's like, oh, there's the poor one. More than $1 billion. Don't talk to her. She's poor. Yeah. Bullets were made for a specific reason. And it's not to shoot through bricks of ice. But ballistic gel is nice. Nice, rich, kneecap rich, boobs. Everybody have lots of good day. I'm gonna go and try to make my chili. Y'all have boobs.